Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo May 19, 2022. The astrological part of fortune rests on your first house, which will be filling you with great luck within the scope of your personality, allowing you to reach very great heights thanks to how you are as a person, and you will be very connected with your interior to get out of there the best of you in every meeting you have today. You are going to have a lot of mental energy to be able to achieve your objectives and goals that you have today, because your 10th house in the sign of Gemini tells us that it will be through good management of your contacts and communications that you will be able to establish favorable relationship, which can connect you to the goals you are looking for. And the presence of the Moon and Venus tells us that emotions and aesthetics are going to be essential in how you are going to achieve them, but above all your intelligence thanks to your ruler, Mercury. In this sign you will be endowed with all the necessary wisdom to stand out and be recognized. Your 7th house is in the sign of Pisces that has its ruling planet Neptune inside and the appearance from the 0th degree of Jupiter that enters this house today. Therefore you will have a stroke of luck to be able to find a partner similar to you who is very noble, sweet, with excellent feelings and a very broad spirituality. Today you will need to assert your leadership skills. You will discover that someone in your environment is not complying as they should. Don't be afraid to talk about it and make it clear that their behavior needs to change. Or if you are a parent, you will need to be firm with your children. Teach them to act correctly. It is a good time for you to focus certain energy of your day to study something that interests you or that you need to learn, because the beneficial energy that emanates from your 9th house in the sign of Taurus with the power of the Sun and the great intellectuality of Uranus will give you the ability to stand out and shine for your own intellectual merits in what you are learning. You may have appreciated more freedom and less worries at Christmas time, but the atmosphere around you is not really relaxing, as the present is still not very reassuring. In this way, you will be closer to your family in a cozy cocoon and enjoy simple family moments, without too many people and too much fuss. The things you like and enjoy are going to be constantly changing due to the presence of Pluto in your 5th house in the sign of Capricorn. This is going to cause your pleasures and enjoyments to change a lot and become much simpler and easier, but not less enjoyable for that. And it is likely that now you prefer to be with fewer people but with greater human quality than surrounded by many people, but feeling alone and not being understood. Today you are not going to feel very good with your love relationship. You may be concerned about your partner's loyalty or wondering if the two of you are completely compatible. Don't forget that you also need to have friendships in addition to your relationship. You cannot expect one person to satisfy all your needs and interests. Don't despair. Try to focus so that your communication and compassion are better. You will want to tell your partner about some of your concerns. Saturn in Aquarius in your 6th house tells us that you need to be especially careful with your mind and the way your life ideologies can lead you to neglect or hurt yourself by following them. Always look for the balance between the physical, emotional and mental, and do not let an idea affect your physical health, because then that is not the true path that you should be taking. Attempts to learn a new computer program or other forms of sophisticated equipment seem to lead nowhere. You will doubt your ability, and you will feel very frustrated. However, do not lower your arms. All is not lost. It only takes a little concentration and a lot of perseverance. It might also be helpful to ask someone who knows more than you for help. You are going to be someone who is very focused, hardworking, disciplined and somewhat serious during your working day, since Saturn in Aquarius tells us that these will be the qualities that will predominate in you during your working day. Take advantage of the discipline and effort, but do not get serious, because you could come to seem somewhat bitter to others and people could be avoiding you. If a friend or colleague is in trouble, you don't want to interfere for fear of implying something. But this is no time to stay away. It is likely that this person really needs your help. Your intervention will be greatly appreciated, and possibly even gratified. Make sure you rest tonight. You are physically and emotionally exhausted. The economy will flow quite well if you put your effort into advertising on networks and publishing with pleasure and being clear about what your key audience needs, since Libra in your second house connects with your 10th house in Gemini with its stellium of Moon, Mercury, and Venus. Therefore, you will understand the needs of your clients and you will know how to expose them and make them reach you through good publications. You will be examining the roles you have. Perhaps you generally act like a sibling or parent figure. The people around you seek your help. Although it feels good to have this responsibility, sometimes you need help too. Therefore, today, if you feel somewhat exhausted or tired, do not pretend that everything is fine. It may be time to show others that you need their help. Our eyes in the sky. It's a time to welcome artistic sentiments and embrace any subconscious notions. A desire to create could be strong, but you have to be careful that you're aligning with the right project that speaks to you on a spiritual and soulful level. Neptune's gentle vibes could also make you feel extremely tired. You might want to take a few naps during the day or go to bed early. The flip side of this transit is that it can make us more susceptible to deception and illusion. You could be the victim of gaslighting or people taking you for granted, and this could result in drama or lies being exposed. Prepare yourself for an emotional showdown that could rock your world. Paranoia may be high, and you might think that others are trying to intentionally sabotage your projects and relationships. Odds are that this isn't the case, but you could be thinking it in the back of your mind. It's not that you really believe this is going on, but people could be acting out of character, triggering you to think things are actually happening. Make sure that you pay close attention to your health, which is all part of the process. Checking in with loved ones and keeping a gratitude list can help you see that you're progressing exponentially every day. Believing in positive notions can guide you through the energy if you're willing to let go of the past and move toward a more meaningful way of life, which is very possible today. In the pre-dawn hours, the Cancer Sun trines Neptune in Pisces. This twice-yearly aspect inspires idealism and provides a powerful transmission of divine love. We see beauty all around us and act from a place of gratitude. This is an excellent transit for doing any creative, spiritual, meditative, or philanthropic work. Faith can be used for the purposes of manifestation, but also proves healing, insulating us from negativity. We might feel somewhat out of time now, or perhaps time seems irrelevant, as we are so involved in our mission that we don't notice the hours ticking away. Naturally, we can fall prey to delusional thinking in this Neptunian territory, but the repercussions of these thoughts will not be detrimental, largely because we are seeking to demonstrate our ethics, not to force them upon others. In the morning, the moon enters Libra. Saturn is currently the only other planet in an air sign, and so the moon assists in bringing more mental energy into the mix, helping us to be fair and objective. This is not to imply that decision-making will necessarily come easy, given the Libra moon's penchant for indecision and vacillation. Harmony is our intention, and over the next 2 days, we will be more interested in the health and well-being of our relationships, believing them to be symbolic representations of our interior emotional balance. Just be mindful that you are not betraying yourself in order to keep the peace. We should place less emphasis on winning, love, or competing in the bedroom, and instead, concentrate on creating an inviting atmosphere where others feel confident in letting down their inhibitions. In this way, sexual experiences become transformative and empowering for all involved.